In the shadowy underworld of organized crime, stories often emerge that blur the lines between reality and legend. One such tale is that of Swifty Blue, a man who found himself ensnared in the treacherous web of the Mexican Mafia, facing the ultimate battle for survival. Today, we unravel the harrowing narrative of Swifty Blue's fight for life, a journey marked by danger, resilience, and a quest for freedom. Swifty Blue grew up in a neighborhood where the allure of the street life was ever present, a world where joining a gang often meant protection and a sense of belonging. However, as with any arrangement, there are strings attached, and the strings within the Mexican Mafia were often exactly that tight and inescapable. Known for its iron grip and ruthless tactics, the Mexican Mafia commands loyalty through fear, leaving little room for dissent or escape. Our story begins with Swifty Blue's early days, where, like many young men in similar circumstances, he was drawn into the gang life, enticed by the promise of camaraderie and power. However, these promises soon gave way to darker realities. The Mexican Mafia, or La M as they are often called, demanded absolute allegiance. Betrayal or failing to follow orders could lead to dire consequences. It wasn't long before Swifty found himself in situations that challenged his conscience and his survival instincts. The turning point in Swifty's life came when he discovered a plot being orchestrated by higher-ups within the organization, a plan that went against his moral fiber. Knowing that exposing such a scheme could mean a death sentence, Swifty faced a dilemma: stay silent and complicit, or risk everything for a chance to change his path. It was here that Swifty Blue made the brave decision to defy the odds, a choice that thrust him into the most dangerous game of his life, the game of evading the Mexican Mafia. Breaking away from such a formidable organization is no small feat. The Mexican Mafia's influence reaches far and wide, possessing networks that operate behind bars and in communities alike. Swifty had to rely on every ounce of his courage and street smarts to navigate this perilous escape. Disappearing from the radar of one of the most feared crime syndicates required ingenuity and strength, a true testament to Swifty's resolve. Escaping meant leaving behind everything familiar. Swifty had to sever ties with the past and forge a new identity. Each day was a dance on the razor's edge, where any misstep could mean certain doom. Trust became a scarce commodity, and the constant threat of being discovered lingered like a shadow. Yet it was this relentless drive for freedom that fueled his determination. Swifty's fight for survival extended beyond physical escape. It meant confronting the internal demons and the weight of choices made during his time within the gang. Redemption and transformation became new focal points. In his journey, Swifty found solace in unexpected places, discovering support from unlikely allies and learning the power of second chances. As years passed, the echoes of his former life began to fade, yet the lessons learned remained ever present. Swifty Blue's story serves as a beacon of hope for those trapped in the cycles of gang warfare and criminal allegiance. His life underscores the notion that change is possible, that no matter how deep one finds themselves in the clutch of crime, there remains a path to redemption. In conclusion, surviving the Mexican Mafia demanded every ounce of resilience and courage that Swifty Blue could muster. His story, while uniquely harrowing, is a testament to the strength of the human spirit and the indomitable will to live free. Swifty's journey from the grip of organized crime to a life of liberation inspires us to believe that even in the darkest corners, with resolve and bravery, Anyone can chart a new course away from the shadows. As Swifty himself once said, "Your past doesn't define you. It's the choices you make today that chart your future."